have died from sleep apnea. But sleep apnea also means that you don't sleep well because you wake up frequently during the night. For children, that means if you don't sleep well, then you're not rested, and when you go to school, you're not going to learn as well. The other problem, of course, as you know, children are traditionally extraordinarily cruel. So it's just the nature of children, so that they tend to pick on children who are obese. And so therefore, it has issues related to self-esteem and depression. And you often see poor school performances because children don't want to go to school. Depression is a big problem among children who are obese. And it becomes progressively worse, especially during adolescence. And so there are lots of what we call comorbidities or complications related to being obese that we need to address. Yes, we can deal with some of the issues which we call tertiary prevention. We know you might have sleep apnea, so we can evaluate you for sleep apnea. And there are things we can do to help you to sleep better at night. But what we really need to do, of course, is to decrease that weight. Children are unique in the sense that weight loss alone is not always the primary goal. Because remember, children have to grow. So that means that if you're 7 years old and you're obese, then the goal may not be for you to lose weight, but it means that we need to slow down your weight gain, and by the time we hope when you get to be puberty or an adolescent, you're going to have your growth spurt, you'll take care of a lot of that yourself. On the other hand, if you already have some of the comorbidities we talked about, if you're already showing glucose intolerance and you're pre-diabetic, then that means, yes, we're going to have to help you to lose weight. But again, it comes out the same in the sense that we're not going to put you on a diet and say you have to lose 20 pounds in the next year or even 2 years. It's a very slow process with children. We want to slow their weight gain. We want to begin to see some weight loss. But we have to make sure that children get adequate nutrition because they have to grow. And so it's taking care of childhood obesity is different from dealing with adult obesity, even though the basic facts are the same. But it is a great opportunity in terms of being able to work over time with a problem. And so that you have many years, hopefully, to solve that problem. And programs that work are programs that are designed to change the life of the child and hopefully the life of the family at the same time.
You know, you've been involved with this for a number of years, and I would imagine, can you say that over the last 2 minutes that we have here, that over the last 5 years you've seen any kind of positive change in reference to adults coming to an understanding of some of the things that you feel that they have to do, that is eliminate fast food and et cetera? Have you seen any progress over the last 5 years in reference to that happening?
Well, what I have seen is a greater understanding on the part of society as a whole, because it costs a lot of money to take care of adults with type 2 diabetes, and now you're seeing children with type 2 diabetes. And so there's a recognition by the healthcare providers and the healthcare insurers and the government that this is a big healthcare problem. I'm beginning to see parents who are responding to those healthcare messages by actually asking for help in terms of recognizing that their child has a problem. What I need to see, and what we all need to see, is not only parents seeing it as a child problem, but parents beginning to recognize the fact that it's a parent problem, and that behavior change doesn't just involve the child, but also it's going to have to involve the parent.
And this would also, over the last minute, mean also dealing with another issue that sort of falls in line with that, and that is this great disparity between African Americans and perhaps other groups dealing with this whole issue of this, obesity and et cetera.
Obesity has the highest incidence among African American children. African American females have one of the highest incidences, and by the way, Hispanics also have a very high incidence. So, for example, Hispanic males have the highest incidence or prevalence rate of obesity, but it does disproportionately impact minority communities, and especially our community. And one reason is because of access. And we've talked about the issues of access, lots of access to fast foods, minimal access to fruits and vegetables, lots of no and minimal access to being able to do physical activity outside.
Very good. And of course, Dr. Bean, let me thank you for bringing that excellent information in reference to childhood obesity and other children's diseases. And of course, we'll be back with our audience next week for another informative edition of Comments. Thank you and good morning.
Monday at 8 on Fox 17.
Today, people seem to care a lot more about how good